And Dee Frazier is a dating coach and the author of Dating 101, the second, third, or fourth time around. Hi, Dee. Good morning.
What are the best ways to flirt?
Just to sit, just to be cool about it, just to say I'm approachable and put it out there, the good energy, and I'm not going to bite your head off if you come over and you look good to me. Yes, it's really, it's wonderful. It's very flattering. It's very nice. People
I'm
like
not
to
going to
feel
bite your head off if you come over. That's huge, because how many times have I gone out with girlfriends and there's a couple in the bunch that just seem to always have that scowl?
Yes.
Nobody
angry.
wants to approach them.
Yes. And
First, you have to be sure that there's some romantic interest and not to scare a guy off. So if they're real shy, you have to go slowly. And what I love to do is ask someone to be my escort. You know, they always ask me, oh, what do I wear? Isn't that funny?
First thing you do is go to a neighborhood where they live. Ideally, you could live there. If you can't, you have to jog there.
Okay.
So you get yourself a wonderful jogging outfit, either at the consignment store, if money's an issue, or any kind of designer jogging outfit, and jog every morning in the wealthy neighborhoods.
Okay. All right, learn to be in the moment. What do you mean by that?
Just be okay with who you are. Sometimes you'll see a man standing in the corner, feeling bad, hands in his pocket, and men, Tracy, are genetically pre-programmed to jingle.
They are. They play with their cell phone. They play with their keys. That's very true.
So when those hands are in their pocket, it's noisy.
Okay, we know what you're saying.
It's about the money.
Just be steady. Okay, gentlemen, be steady. All right.
If you have been watching us a while, our attraction expert has equipped you with phenomenal skills for the wonderful world of dating, don't you think? And tonight, Dee Frazier tells you where to go.
I tell people, Margot, go where you want to be, because if you are happy and have some joy, it's attractive. So go to the grapefruits, go to the oranges, the produce department, and you're pushing your cart, and there's somebody else who's pushing their cart, and you say, and what are you having for dinner? It's a great place to flirt.
Yeah, would you think of striking up a conversation with somebody in the grocery store?
Sure.
But, you know, I mean, pull the wrong orange and let them all fall on the floor and get some help picking them up, right?
Sure. And I suppose it's important to choose the oranges, we'll say, as opposed to the onions, because that contributes to the tenor of the conversation.
I may have to put that in my next book, because I never thought of that.
I mean, we're supposed to flirt now with our spouse. Yes. What do you even mean by that? What are some examples of flirting with our spouse?
Perfect example is you go to a party and you position yourself across the room and just outrageously and shamelessly flirt and hope that no one sees you. It's like a secret.
Yes,
but
that's
do
very
it.
cute.
Yes, cute. Here's a great idea. When that special person is coming home, make sure the kids are at a pajama party someplace, and have a whole row of kisses just leading anywhere you want it to go. And when it finally, when the end of the trail, you have this music, hey, big spender, and there you are in 4-inch heels and a boa.
And that's all, right, Dee Frazier?
And I'll tell you, it'll knock his socks off, I promise you.
Okay,
so
I like
will you
that.
try that?
You also say stay away from flannels and plaids. Why shouldn't men wear, like right now, okay, Peyton's wearing a plaid, calling him out. He's wearing a plaid shirt. What's wrong with that?
Well,
what's the matter? What's the matter with Peyton?
What's the matter with this? Well, he could get away with anything, because every week he hooks me up and I say to him, we have to stop meeting like this.
Seriously, what does plaid do typically when you're, like, you know, on a date somewhere?
It doesn't have the perception of being sophisticated. It's because it's not.
Okay, there you go.
Fourth time around. Hi, Dee. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, a lot of people might watch that and say, okay, I'm going to give it a try. But that first step is often the toughest, isn't it? How do you just do it, as they say in the Nike commercials? How do you make yourself muster up the courage and say, I want to get out there?
Just one step at a time, no pressure, Katie. People need to lighten up and know that they don't have to have an end result just to go and have a good time. When we put an agenda around things, we put pressure on ourselves.
So you should just be open to meeting other people, to learning from other people, to maybe widening your social circle, even in terms of your platonic friendships, right?
Yes, it's about finding friends, right.
But what if you do have the date from hell and you're so turned off to dating altogether? How do you kind of keep that in perspective and not say, ugh, I'm not doing this anymore? Because a lot of my friends feel that way.
Yes. The fear comes from the stories we tell ourselves. So it's one date, it's one frog. There are a lot of princes out there. Keep going.
What is it, the fear of rejection, too, that keeps people from making themselves more emotionally available?
Absolutely. And you know, the truth is we will be rejected. It's about life, but we don't die from it. And so look back at the other times in your life you've been rejected around jobs or school or other things, and know that we can survive it and just keep going. It's very, really personal. Call it selection rather than rejection.
Okay, and you say that also people are afraid that they're going to make all these compromises, you know, basically jump through hoops, change their lifestyle slightly, and then they'll still end up alone? How so?
Yeah, that's a big fear, and we don't always think about that. I'm going to go through all of this, I'm going to be different, I'm going to put myself out there, and I still will be alone. It's not worth it. It's a
Why do they think they'll still be alone?
Well, you know, they look around, they talk to their friends, they have their own stories.
Because so many relationships fail?
Because many relationships fail.
Sorry, 50% of relationships fail. Okay, so you have some tips. One is reach out.
Reach out
whom?
to people, support, and the key there is the right people. You know, Katie, we know people that surround us sometimes with negative criticism, poor advice. Get rid of them.
So basically network, tell your friends, put out an APB and say, I'm looking to meet some people, so can you help me out?
Yes, people who will support you and believe in who you are and what you want to accomplish.
And remind them,
Absolutely.
because sometimes people say, yeah, sure, that'd be great, but then they put it way on the back burner because they don't have their own lives. So you can be a little nudgy about it, right?
Be a little nudgy.
Okay, get off the couch.
Get off the couch, meaning that's a pity party. The couch keeps us in the past.
Also makes you fat.
Yeah, it also makes you fat. And if you're looking at that, you know, if the lump or the curve in the couch is still there when you get up, the couch is tired. Get off the couch. Save it. You may bring someone home to snuggle with someday.
You also say find things you like to do and do them. You know someone who met someone bird watching, right?
I did.
That's such a great story.
It is a great story. You can meet people anywhere in the library. If going to a bar is not for you, don't do that. Find out what is in your heart, what you love to do, and then go there and do it.
And I think the best piece of advice is become the person you want to meet.
Absolutely.
I think that's such a nice thing to say, because obviously good people attract other good people.
Absolutely. If you want a friend, be a friend. If you want compassion, be compassionate.
And put your best self forward.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Lighten up. It's just a date. It's not the rest of your life.
Okay, T. Frazier, thanks.